where the preliminary results of the just ended election is ongoing. This is day 3 of the preliminary results, and we have witnessed the visitation of former 102 Colonel Abraham Kromah. Chief, we want to say welcome to KMTV. And you care to tell us about your visit here today?
Thank you very much. It's a pleasing pleasure to be here. This is the National Election Commission. Basically, we just want to observe the system, the process. Let me put it that way. It's a very tedious one, and if you're not patient, you're not go through this thing with a stable mind. But this is what our Constitution and our country laws call for. So we will have to come and endure it. If you've already seen the talented people from your various war rooms, you come here, you feel a little sluggish, but that's what the system is. And I think let the system work, let the process work. And I just got a little bit of concern about people who beating the war drums and the violent drums, and I don't like that, because I spent all my life trying to work for law and order. But when I see people carrying scare tactics, it kind of bothers me to a large extent. But be that as it may, we will sound the caveat to our people that nobody got access to any violence here. This process will go. If you win, you win. If you lose, you go back home and start the process all over again.
You sat for a while. You witnessed the process. So far, what you observe?
The process is going on. It's just that, like I said, it's a little slow for my comfort, but that's what the system calls for. But when you've been to a couple of war rooms and seen exactly the tally sheet, and then you sit here, you have to endure the process, and that's what I try to look at. But and again, I'm just fed up with all the rumors around. I think this is just scare tactics, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to come and see the numbers from the National Election Commission. To see exactly what it is, and just to allow people know that the process will be allowed to work out, and people should not be jumping up and down with war rumors and stuff like that.
People from the other side, the opposition, are talking about going back to the dark days if results from the NEC are not favorable in the interest of the Liberian people, and according to them, they don't have trust in the justice system of the country. What's your take on it?
People from where? People from where?
The other side. I'm talking about opposition community, the likes of Honorable Yeke Koluba.
No, I never heard that, but I don't want you to draw me into the political situation. I am not involved in that. As far as I'm concerned, I know no side. When the election is conducted, you wait for the NEC, and besides the NEC processes, you have other people, the tally sheets, which is unofficial. People hang on that. Most of the people have already extended their congratulatory messages to their opponent. That is, those congratulations came from the tally sheet, on the ground. So people hang on those things and make some pronunciation. And so I think, but what I'm saying, people should be allowed to allow the process to go on.
And so finally, prior to the elections, there were some, violence across the country. I can reference maybe 3. One was in Nimba. There was a death pronounced in Nimba, or announced in Nimba. In Lofa County, 2 deaths are reported. A day to the elections, I think one death reported in Mosurado County. Now we're going through the process. You once served as deputy for operations, and you still been, noted for that, because you are still, law enforcement officer in your own capacity. You earlier on spoke of people beating war drum. After election, the post-election era is what important. It's the time we should maintain the peace. Yes. Finally, let's leave of you. What have you to say in the direction?
Well, like I said, people should not go around beating the war drum and scare tactics. I don't like scare tactics because, my dad used to tell me that the best power anyone has is the power you have not used. I don't want people jumping up when they do have power. You keep your power. Okay. And you think you can't scare. Nobody scare anybody anymore in Liberia. All right. So I think people should be allowed to. This process should be allowed to go. For what happened during the campaign process, campaign season, I think it was unfortunate that people will have to die just for expressing political views. I saw what happened on the Japanese freeway. That was unnecessary, but people it has been spoken to. Those are at this point in time we're trying to heal that, and with a strong conviction that this process is going to be violence-free. People must allow the process to go, but also next should be cautioned that they are holding this process now. You have to do due diligence. You have to have a process of finality that will be in the interest of justice and fairness.
Your final message to like UN people as we go through this process.
I thought of the final message. Well, the final message is for people to understand that Liberia remains what it is. We are at the pivotal point, very crucial point in our life, in our history. This is the first election after Madam Salih, and I think we conducted that, and I stay proud to say that we conducted a very credible election. And I think the National Election Commission, the honor is on them to actually provide us a credible election. If they can't do that, then they are the ones to be blamed. So we are with a strong conviction that this process is going to be credible, and people will follow the will and pleasure of the will of the people. Our people deserve free and fair elections. So that's what we are hoping to see at the end of this process.
Thank you
Thank you so much for speaking.
Thank you so much. Is Honorable
Thank you so much, Abraham Kromah, former Deputy for Operations of the Liberia National Police. My name is Prince Moba. Thanks for following. Bye-bye.